Hello, everyone. This is a presentation called 2020 COVID Resources. And what we've done is created some resources for you during this time of COVID. And this is presented by Nova Southeastern University, the College of Osteopathic Medicine, and it's through a federal grant for a project called Geriatric Workforce Enhancement Program. My name is Dayne DuVall, and I am the Dementia Education Coordinator for the project. I am a nationally certified Alzheimer educator, and I'm also certified by the state of Florida to provide dementia education training.
And I'm Melinda Luis. I am a registered dietitian, and I'm an adjunct instructor in the Nova Southeastern University Department of Nutrition.
Okay, so we understand that people during this time are sometimes at a loss for what to do during this time. So what we want to do is offer you some helpful tips during this time with COVID. So the first thing we're going to do is remind you that you are a member of a high-risk group, and especially because you could present symptoms with COVID, and if you do, you are at higher risk for getting the disease. So please limit your time outside of your residence. So here are some of the tips that we have for you. Please monitor your health, because if you have any of the primary symptoms, and the CDC keeps adding new symptoms almost monthly, but the main ones are fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath. If you feel those and you're wondering if that might be COVID symptoms, contact your healthcare provider. They will help guide you through this. If it's an emergency, please dial 911. We don't want you having problems at home that you can't solve on your own. Always remember, wash your hands often for 20 seconds. Everyone has a little ditty that they do. Some people do row, row, row your boat twice. Some people do happy birthday twice. It's really good for you. What you should do is apply soap and water, rub vigorously, and make sure that you get between your fingers and your fingertips and your fingernails. Also, that's really good when you're out in public, and especially when you get home from being out shopping or doctor's visit or what have you. And also make sure you wash your hands after you blow your nose, sneeze, or cough. And then we have some other things that's really important, and everybody has heard about observed social distancing. The current protocol is stay 6 feet away from others, because that is the space that is believed that the virus can go when people are speaking, singing. It's a little bit further if people are shouting or if they're exercising heavily. Also, make sure that you wear a mask. And if you don't have a mask that's available to you, because sometimes you can find them, sometimes you can't. Right now, they're a little bit easier to find, but at any time that might not happen. So what you should do is have a cloth face covering, either a bandana or a scarf, and make sure that when you take it off, be careful when you remove it, and also wash it after each wearing. Also make sure you cover your coughs and sneezes, and clean and disinfect frequently touched surfaces daily in your home or your place of business if you're working. And so if you're concerned that you may have COVID or you've been exposed to someone, and the guidelines are basically if you're in close proximity to someone for 5 to 10 minutes or longer, and you know that they have been exposed to COVID, or maybe they have COVID, then you should be tested. And the testing sites change. So here are the phone numbers for the 3 counties. In Broward County, the phone number is 954-357-9500. Broward County, the number is 954-357-9500. In Miami-Dade County, that number is 305-324-2400. Miami-Dade County, that number is 305-324-2400. And in Palm Beach County, the number is 866-779-6121. And again, in Palm Beach County, that number is 866-779-6121. And if you happen to be homebound, so if you're an elder person or a person with disabilities, and you were having symptoms of COVID-19 and you cannot leave your home, here are numbers to call for a pre-qualifying assessment. And if you qualify and you meet the qualifications and they feel that you are having symptoms, then they will send someone to your home for testing. In Broward County, that number is 954-357-9500. In Broward County, for COVID testing for the homebound, the number is 954-357-9500. In Miami-Dade County, the number to call is 305-499-8767. In Miami-Dade County, the number is 305-499-8767. And in Palm Beach County, the number is 561-712-6400. Palm Beach County, the number to call for COVID testing for the homebound is 561-712-6400. So from that point, we want you to understand, and I'll turn this over to Melissa so she can discuss some other things that we have for you. Sorry, Melinda.
In case you have dental care concerns, there are resources available to you that provide free and reduced cost dental care. There are a variety of services throughout South Florida. The Dental Care South Regional Health Center can provide you with reduced fees for dental care, and that number is 954-467-4700. That's 954-467-4700. Nova Southeastern University has dental care for special needs. That number is 954-262-7394. That's 954-262-7394. There's a number also for general treatment through Nova Southeastern University, and that is 954-262-1795. And that is 954-262-1795. There are additional services throughout South Florida that you can find at Free Dental Care, which is a clearinghouse website. And the web address is www.freedentalcare.us/st/Florida. Staying healthy is essential during this time. Nutrition plays a very important role in staying healthy and supporting a healthy immune system. In order to fight some of these viruses, particularly COVID as well as others, we need to have good nutrition to support our immune system. So fresh fruits and vegetables are very rich in vitamins and minerals that help support our immune system. However, I know right now it may be hard to get to the grocery store to get fresh fruits and vegetables. Also, keep in mind, though, that frozen fruits and vegetables are great sources as well. They provide a lot of nutrients that you need in order to support your immune system as well. And if you don't have fresh or frozen, any canned foods that fruits and vegetables that you may have in your cupboard already are also just as important in terms of providing you with vitamins and minerals and keeping you healthy. There are services in the community that will provide you with home delivered meals. Many of you may be using home delivered meals through Meals on Wheels of South Florida. However, there are some additional services available to you, including the Senior Health Now program through Flippany, and that number is 954-636-2388. Again, the number is 954-636-2388, and the meals will be delivered to your home. Again, for those of you who are receiving Meals on Wheels, or you have been participating in congregate meal sites or at a senior center, and those facilities are closed, you'll receive home delivered meals until your regular facilities reopen. The Meals on Wheels sites or senior centers include the South Florida Meals on Wheels, and that number is 954-731-8770. Again, 954-731-8770. Additionally, the Area Agency on Aging of Florida, Broward Elder Helpline also can help you access home delivered meals at 954-745-9779. Again, that's 954-745-9779. For those of you who participate in Jewish community services, they do also provide kosher meals for you. And the number for Jewish community services is area code 305-576-6550. And that is 305-576-6550. And for those of you who are hearing impaired, the number would be 786-709-9431. Again, for hearing impaired, 786-709-9431. There are additional services through the South Florida Hunger Coalition that will provide food at either reduced cost or for free. And that number is 954-372-2007. Again, 954-372-2007. And I apologize that there's an extra 954 in there. However, that's just the area code. Also, if you have animals, pets that you feel you cannot provide immediate food for, and you are receiving home delivered meals, we'd rather that you get pet food for your pets. And we have a few resources for you for that. So free food for your pets. One is the Pet Project, and that's in Broward County. That number is 954-568-5678. Again, 954-568-5678. Also, South Florida Meals on Wheels will provide you with pet food as well. You must request that. The number is 954-731-8770. Again, that's 954-731-8770. If you already receive Meals on Wheels, you may receive free food for your pets. Again, you must request that.
So we're going to give you some resources. The Area's Agency on Aging go by the different names in South Florida. So we're going to go ahead and explain to you what they provide in each of the counties. So in Broward County, and actually all three of them, it's basically a one-stop source of information regarding services for seniors, their families, and caregivers. So there's a lot of different programs that they provide or can put you in touch with on how to access these programs. So meals and food assistance, health and wellness classes, legal help, caregiver support. And that's really important because a lot of times the caregivers are taking care of loved ones and then they aren't providing self-care. They also can help you with home assistance and also help you with Medicare and Medicaid counseling. That sometimes gets very tricky and it's hard to navigate if you're doing full Medicare, Medigap, Medicare supplemental, and if you qualify for Medicaid. So they're happy to help you with that or put you in the right direction for that. They'll also give you resources where to find senior centers and adult day programs. Those are very helpful during this time, and also find out which ones are operating. I know many closed down for several months and they're getting ready to start up again. So they'll help you with that. Also with transportation services, and especially Alzheimer's disease and dementia services. It's really a great resource for all of these things. So the phone numbers that we have for you for these counties. So in Broward County, the ADRC number is 954-745-9779. In Broward County for the ADRC, the number is 954-745-9779. In Miami-Dade County, the number is 305-670-HELP. That's 305-670-4357. In Palm Beach County, the number is 866-684-5885. In Palm Beach County, the number for the ADRC is 866-684-5885. And then I want to discuss with dial 211. Many people don't realize this, but in both Broward and Palm Beach counties, they provide a free service to people that are 60 years of age and older that live alone. And what happens is that you sign up for this. You can dial 211 to get enrolled in this, but at a predetermined time each day, the senior receives a call from a 211 counselor, and that's for a wellness and safety check. What they do is they call you. Let's say you decided you wake up early, you need an early call. So maybe like at 7 o'clock in the morning, you want someone to check in on you and just see how you're doing. Or maybe you sleep late and you decide that 10 o'clock in the morning is a good time. If you don't answer the call, they will call back. If you don't answer the call again, they have an emergency contact person for them to talk to, and it might be a neighbor, it might be a loved one, it might be a family member or a friend, but they want to make sure that seniors that are living alone are well taken care of, or at least that they're checked in on daily. And in Miami-Dade County, it's slightly different. You don't dial 211, and it's a little bit different. It's a weekly telephone reassurance and safety check. It's also crisis counseling and case management. That's for seniors 65 and older and living alone. It's a little bit different from the Broward County and Palm Beach County. It's actually sponsored by Jewish Community Services, but in Miami-Dade County, it's called Seniors Never Alone Program, or SNAP. And the phone number to reach them is 305-576-6550. And for the SNAP program in Miami-Dade County for seniors, that number is 305-576-6550.
There are also a number of emotional support services available. If you feel as though you need some additional support, you can call Broward County Elderly and Veteran Services Division. The number is 954-357-6622. That number is 954-357-6662. And for the Broward County Elderly and Veteran Service Division, for the TTD number is 954-357-5481. Again, that's 954-357-5481. And if you have access to the internet, you can also search on broward.org to get the same information. Sometimes, especially right now in this time of COVID, there's a lot of social isolation, which can really affect how you feel and your emotions. So please, if you are feeling feelings of hopelessness, depression, anxiety, do not hesitate to reach out. The Broward County Elderly and Veteran Service Division speak many different languages. So for yourself or for the clients, or even for caregivers, if you need assistance in a different language, they have many different languages that they can provide you with information on. And their hours are Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. The South Florida Institute on Aging also provides emotional support services, And that number is 954-484-7117. Again, that's 954-484-7117. So please, if you're feeling depressed and certainly suicidal, do not hesitate to call 911.
So thanks, Melinda, for that. And also, if it's an emergency and you feel or your loved one feels like they just can't carry on, don't hesitate to dial 911. That's a good number to remember in all cases of emergency, even if it's suicide prevention. So some of the medical things that we want to give you some tips on here is so that you will be able to figure out when to seek medical help. Now, obviously, as I mentioned, in any emergency, please dial 911. Don't hesitate to use that number. Don't feel like you're going to be a burden on the system. If there is an emergency, please dial 911 or make sure that the person who's taking care of you or a loved one does. So if you're experiencing any of the following, then you need to contact your healthcare provider. If you have primary COVID symptoms, the fever symptoms, if you have fever or chills, cough, shortness of breath, or difficulty breathing. Like I said earlier, the CDC keeps adding to these. There's a whole list of things because as we get to understand this disease, people are presenting with a lot of different maladies and illnesses. So also, please contact your healthcare provider if your chronic health conditions change or become worse. Make sure that you're taking care of your chronic health conditions by being in contact with your healthcare provider. Or if you have any new illness or injury, please contact your healthcare provider. Also, as hospitals are reaching surge positions, a lot of times it's best to call the emergency department at the hospital before you go because they sometimes like to triage what's going on with you. But please do not hesitate to seek medical attention if something is not going right with your health. So what we want to do is make sure that you understand that this is something that you have to take care of. And I'm going to be an alarmist here. We have heard on a daily basis of people dying from non-COVID health concerns because they didn't seek medical attention. They were worried that they were going to catch COVID. They didn't want to be a burden on the system. They did not reach out to their healthcare provider because they couldn't go to the office. Telehealth is how we're keeping people safe in physicians' offices. It's a very easy system. Reach out to your healthcare provider. They will explain how either a phone call with your physician or your physician's assistant or your nurse practitioner, they will actually conduct a telehealth appointment just like you're sitting in the doctor's office. But they can do it via phone or they can do it through video conference if you have that capability. So remember that people have died from non-COVID health concerns because they didn't seek medical attention. Also, another note is that please don't be that person who didn't receive medical care because of you're worried about COVID. I can't stress this enough. People die because they don't take care of themselves, and I don't want you to be that person. None of us do. And keep in mind, hospitals and also physicians' offices are very careful to protect all patients from COVID. I don't know if you've been to a doctor's office recently, but everybody goes by all the safety protocols to make sure that you are safe. Remember, you are a high-risk group for severe COVID illness. Please limit your time outside of your residence. Only go out when it's absolutely necessary. There are many ways to have things delivered to you or people that can provide help to you, so please reach out and take advantage of that.
In order to get feedback from all of our participants in this presentation, we ask you to please use the website here or you can scan your phone for this QR code using your telephone to provide feedback. And when you do so, please remember to select the presentation titled 2020 COVID Resources. And there are 6 questions to answer. We really appreciate your feedback from the program perspective as well as from our own.
So we just want to thank you very much for your attention today. We wanted to reach out to you guys and give you a little bit of resources. We know that things are very confusing right now. So if you have any questions, both of our information is up here. You can contact us through our email addresses. My name is Dayne DuVall, and my contact information for email is Dayne, D-A-Y-N-E, at Dayne DuVall, DayneDuVall.com. That's Dayne at DayneDuVall.com. Or you can reach Melinda Luis at mlewis, M-L-U-I-S, at nova.edu. That's mlewis, M-L-U-I-S, at nova.edu. And we really thank you for your attention today. And again, please be safe and reach out to your healthcare provider with any other questions that you might have. Thank you very much.
Thank you. And I'm going to go back to the previous slide for the survey to give you a couple moments to access that survey site.
And we really do appreciate that. And just to clarify, when you get to that website, it's going to ask you to input the presentation title. So you will actually type in 2020 COVID resources. And it's 6 very simple questions. It's yes or no, or you can rate things, or but it really does help us, because then we get an idea of how to best serve our elder population. And they're actually going to be having quite a few different resources for you. So check back with how you access this today, and we'll have some more resources for you. And again, be safe. Thank you.
Thank you.